Hello,
I
hello.
think we are live.
We are live. Will someone let us know in the
Awesome.
comments that
Yeah.
it's working?
Confirm that we are going here. Um, hmm.
It says 42 people
Light
are watching.
is okay. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hey there, Travis. It's been a while since we did a live stream,
It has been.
yeah, we're not very good at live streaming.
The
Obviously.
internet is not very cooperative to us in live streaming. So,
yeah.
But here we are.
But yeah, thank you guys for
Okay,
coming.
good.
Today we are going to talk about BC Bike Race. Obviously, we just dropped a bunch of videos.
7 of them.
Kind of nuts. I don't know what was harder, racing for 7 days or editing 7 videos in a row.
Possibly the latter. What was really hard was the combination of the two.
It was hard, and we were pretty tired for about a week. But yeah.
Yeah, so what we did, as we usually do for these live streams, is started off with questions from our patrons. So we have those up here, and we're going to give a couple more minutes just to, get people in here. So if you are in here and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, that tells people that,
button.
it tells YouTube to give it to more people. And we want more people, theoretically.
May not actually do that.
So look, people are liking.
Yeah.
That's good.
Awesome.
But yeah, that was it's been a week now? 2 weeks now? It's been
almost
2 weeks now.
Yeah. So we have finally recovered a little bit.
At least partially.
Yeah, at least partially. Maybe not quite back to
100%.
100% riding wise, but we're kind of functioning as human beings again, so that's good.
Yes.
But yeah, so today, give us your questions about BC Bike Race, stage racing, anything along those lines. We are going to try to stay relatively on that topic, which we're not always great about staying on topic.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it's fun to get
rabbit
way down the rabbit holes, but because this is going to go with our other BC Bike Race videos, we are going to keep it to BCBR questions, stage racing questions, stuff along those lines. Yeah,
we're hoping this can be a video that people can go back and watch, and it will actually be helpful information. So us being rabbit-holed will not be good for that. So shall we jump into Patreon questions?
Yeah, well, we already kind of answered one of them. We got a question from Dan who says, how long did it take to feel normal after BCBR? The answer is not quite. We don't know yet, because I don't think we're not quite normal.
We're not there yet. So 2 weeks, and we're not 100% normal.
Yeah, that's what our experience has been with other stage races, is that it takes basically twice as long to recover as it takes to do the race. So
which is a long time.
That's definitely something to consider if you're going to do a race like this. At this point, we are riding again. We did take some time off. Largely because we had to edit all these videos too, and
and because neither of us wanted, we were both like, ugh.
Yeah, and I was sick as well, which I think that made the recovery longer for sure.
Yeah.
Turns out when you race with a cold, it just means you're gonna have a cold for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But as you can see, she is not hacking and coughing like she was, so that's awesome.
That's good.
And yeah, so Downeyville is coming up, and that's kind of a focus race for me, so I just did intervals for the first time since BC Bike Race. So
we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Next, Ethan asks, what was the biggest change setup-wise to your usual bikes for BC Bike Race? Would you run the same setup again? That's a good question. We ran our bikes basically, so we both ran the Jameis Portal. Sid was on the prototype one, I was on the production one from this year, and they both were cross-country mode is what we sort of call it, and basically we have lighter wheels than we do for our enduro builds, lighter tires, an air shock. Anything else? Oh, and
lighter forks.
Yeah, we got lighter forks just before X-Fusion got them to us, just before the race, and so we were able to put those on. So that dropped the weight of the bicycle
a lot. I think mine
3
was
5 pounds?
27 pounds.
That's what we're guessing. We didn't actually have to weigh it, but and lighter pedals. We put on
pedals,
XC pedals.
So it was a good setup, really.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice to. I think you do want to shave. You want to shave the weight, play that game a little bit for a race like BC Bike Race because it is just so much climbing. Like that all adds up. I know we're gonna get into this eventually. You guys know we got 2 flat tires. We did probably shave a little bit too much weight with the tire. We were running the Vittoria Mezcal in the XC race casing, which is a super lightweight tire.
Super lightweight.
We had run it in Moab and had really good luck with it on like a lot of rocks. Like it held up really well. Unfortunately, we just got unlucky with some like sharp sidewall cuts, basically.
Yeah, one of them was like, if you guys saw in the video, it was like an inch long. It looked like a piece of glass sliced through it. So like maybe it was a piece of glass. I don't blame the tires. I really don't. Like
no. It happens.
It happens.
We were definitely not the only person to flat. Like both of the places, at least the second time where I flatted, it was like
there were like
people.
3 other people.
I would
around
think
us.
Probably doing a race that long where it's that annoying to flat, like probably doing more of the trail casing instead of the XC race casing. So we would do the same tire tread.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mezcal was awesome.
Yeah, no, the Mezcal was great.
But just the XC trail, not the XC race.
Light.
That being said, the XC race, I would happily race for most XC races because it's lightweight but plenty strong enough. It just, like Sid said, when you've got 7 days of racing in a row, it's worth carrying a little bit extra weight in the tire to not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So
we got a question that I like in the chat from Heather Janelle. Ideas on how best to support a racer in a stage race like that, leading up to Jason at Breck Epic. So
yeah, that's a great question.
That's a really good question. Breck Epic is a lot easier for that than BC Bike Race for sure, I would say, because you are in one place.
Yeah, logistically.
So, and it isn't like fully catered, but so like the support at Breck Epic can be like cooking and
so
like taking care of all
those
those
of you
logistics.
who don't know Breck Epic, it's a 6-day, I believe. It's either 5 or 6 days. I think 5 or 6 day cross country stage race. So very similar to BC Bike Race, except every day starts and finishes in Breckenridge, Colorado. So it starts at like 10,000 feet every day, which is nuts. So like you're basically looping around. So instead of them moving camp place to place like they did for BC Bike Race, you are in the same place and you can camp, but a lot of people just choose to get a condo or an Airbnb or something like that. And then like Sid said, you can, like if you're supporting somebody, you can be cooking for them. You can do bottle handoffs for them. Like there's all sorts of stuff. Whereas with BC Bike Race, you pretty much wanted to do the catered meals because you're otherwise you had to like
spot every night.
Yeah,
so
it would be really
that would be
hard.
A really hard event to do support on. For Breck Epic, just responding to Heather, I played support crew for Mackie 4 years in a row when he was racing Breck Epic.
Wasn't it?
So that was definitely like a lot of just trying to keep like the decision load off of the person who's racing, because like they know how to recover and like do that, but it sucks to like have to go grocery shopping and like make decisions.
Yeah.
So it's not even the walking around, it's the like, oh, do I need, so like not having to think about what to eat for dinner, not having to think about when you're doing this, that, like that's something that you can do on the support side.
Yeah, as the racer, what you want to do is like get back, drink a recovery drink, take a shower, take a nap. Like you want to you want to be very selfish. And so as the support crew, if you can allow them to be selfish by doing all the other things, they will love you for it. So we have faith in you.
So we got a question in the chat from Ryan Morris. He says, my daughter's 7 and watches all your videos, and she wants to know, did you drive your van all the way to Canada? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
And we're driving it all the way back.
All the way back.
It's a long way.
It is a long way. As Trails to Ales just mentioned, guys, if you are in here and you haven't hit the thumbs up button,
smash that like button. Please
hit it for us. That tells people to come and watch, and we would love to have more people watching, joining us for this live stream.
This is a good question from Patreon, MTB Lifer. Will you do it again?
That is a great question.
Would you and will you, I feel like, are different. Would would definitely do
Oh,
it
yeah,
again.
definitely.